This video is brought to you by my dear patrons on Patreon and Rigi Bahnen. If you would like to participate in the giveaway and try your luck to win 2 day passes for all the Rigi Bahnen, stick around until the end of the video to get more information about it. Hi guys, CityScapes here and welcome back to Verville episode 48. Those few cinematic shots you just saw before were part of the second episode from the Old Town build. So if this sparked your interest, definitely check out the last few episodes. They are really cool to watch in my opinion. And today we move back to the area you can see on screen right now. We are back at the Art Goldau region, where we built this really cool looking fork train station and 2 villages or small towns, and just some really nice rural landscape here. And on the right side of the screen you can see now the Rigi Mountain, which will be the focus point in this and also the next episode. For the long-time viewers under us, it's already clear what the next project is. Of course, I'm talking about the cog rail build. I've had the idea for a cog or rack rail system for a really long time already, and about 80 or even 90% of this whole project have already been finished since, I don't know, maybe half a year already. So this footage has been sitting on my hard drive for quite some time already, and I'm super excited to finally show you the result of it. So as the title of the video and the sponsor already gave it away, this whole project is heavily inspired by the Rigi cog rail, which I visited actually twice this year. It's also where these drone shots you are familiar with originated from. It was a really cool way to combine that trip in real life with preparing certain stuff for my YouTube channel, so I took advantage of the situation and made some of these drone shots. The observant viewer will realize that I mirrored the station for the Rigi Bahn to the other side of the Art Goldau train station. And yeah, that's exactly what we are building here right now, the platforms for the terminus station for the Rigi Bahn in the valley here. Obviously there's going to be a counterpart on top of the hill, as well as some middle stations along the ride. For this whole idea here I also needed some custom assets, because there's only those funicular tracks Revo made a really long time ago. But funicular and cog rails or rack railways are not exactly the same. Funiculars are pulled uphill and downhill with a steel wire, and cog rails use obviously a cog wheel with special tracks for a lot of grip, so they can actually go very steep uphill. So interestingly, that Revo funicular track also included a coke rail, and so I butchered something together in the asset editor. I deleted the railings and the normal rails from this funicular network and combined them with the Railway 1 tracks, which are also made by Revo and Ronix. Unfortunately, this was before Railway 2, so yeah, we are still stuck with the Railway 1 tracks. But I think for what it is, it looks acceptable at least. I actually quite like it, but really don't expect too much from this asset. It's probably not optimized at all. There are probably some glitches happening here and there. Yeah, I'm not an asset creator, I am just a builder and video content creator, so I'm sure some of you could make a way better job with that. But it worked for my project here, and yeah, you see it in action right now. I already placed a lot of, or all of the rails here up the mountain. It's a bit of a spoiler. Okay, so I just edited out some of the spoilers, because I plan to make this a two-part project. I think this video already will be a bit longer than usual. But yeah, so in the first part we focus on the lower section of this railway system. And in the next episode we're gonna finish it up. We will nicely detail the mountain peak, and you get to see some very spectacular drone shots once again. Also, I will announce the winner of the two winners of the giveaway in the next episode, but more about that in the end of the video. But let's talk again briefly about the coke rail tracks I made here. As you can see, they are a little bit of a pain to use, but not much different than the usual railway stuff actually. You just need to have the node controller mod. I don't know if the node controller renewal also works that well with this kind of stuff. In any case, I'm using the old one here, and yeah, you have to do the usual stuff like offsetting the single tracks 2 instances to the side if you want to connect it to a double track thingy. And in my case here, I always use the double track stuff for the stations. I mean, here in the valley station, it's more of a cosmetic question to use the double station track. But in the middle stations, you definitely have to use this double station track, because otherwise the vehicles cannot cross each other. I mean, unless you're just using one single vehicle, but that's not that much fun, to be honest. It's pretty cool to see how the vehicles wait in these sidings, I think is the proper term, for the other vehicle to pass by. And you also need the slope node function. I'm also not sure if this exists with the node controller renewal. But yeah, you need to slope often certain nodes, because otherwise the tracks don't really conform all that nicely with the terrain. And especially with the first person view, you will see or you will experience a very bumpy ride, which is not that much fun. Oh yeah, speaking about first person rides, really nice to see how much you guys enjoyed the first POV ride in Verville, from Verville to Art Goldau, the station here in the back. And this really motivated me to do more of those. And I could actually see the Rigi Bahnen to be the next POV ride, maybe. Because with the next episode, this project will already be finished and also ready for a first person ride. While we are just detailing a little bit this lower station, let's have a quick look at Google Earth to see where the real life counterpart is. I know I usually do this stuff pre-recorded, but let's just do it like this real quick. So here you can see Goldau, and down here is Art, so together it's Art Goldau, and here is the little Rigi coke rail train station, and it goes all the way up the mountain here, here right to the peak of the Rigi mountain. Rigi Kulm is the top station, and yeah, this is the part that we will build in the next episode. And here we also have this nice valley, which we will try to represent also in the next episode. And around here is where the other part of the Rigi Bahnen goes all the way down to Fitznau. So there are actually two lines going up the mountain, one from the Fitznau side and the other one from the Art Goldau side. And to get a better idea where exactly we are, over here you can see Lucerne, which is pretty well known internationally. But yeah, back to the actual build process here. As you can see in these clips here, we didn't even develop this part of the village. So you also get to see how this district here emerged. Yeah, right now just doing the usual stuff, beautifying the area a little bit. Those hedges are always a really nice trick to make some kind of separation between tracks or streets and buildings. And as usual, we always have a lot of terrain difficulties we have to cope with somehow. So in this case here, I used a warehouse as a procedural object, altered the shape a little bit and shoved it halfway into the hillside there. Just need to be very creative to find ways to deal with these terrain changes. But in the worst case, you can just cover the ugliness a little bit with some greenery here and there. In this area here, I especially like that road underpass with the stone walls from Revo. I feel like these days you can do really cool stuff with the network multi-tool, but this was actually before the time that network multi-tool existed. So everything is a bit wonkier than you could do it these days. But I managed somehow. And yeah, just trying to fill all of these really small wedge-shaped areas between the roads here. For that I used these French shops and houses. I mean, the smaller the houses, the better you can fit it the shape that you want to fill. But yeah, in general, this is not supposed to be a super high detail area. As you can see here, I'm just covering the ugliness with a lot of greenery, as I said before. But it's absolutely sufficient for this area here. We really could capture the vibe already, so I'm totally happy with that. Maybe coming back to the topic of custom assets for this build here, a Discord member and longtime follower of the channel here was so kind to offer to do the Rigi Bahnen vehicles, so you will get to see them in the cinematics at the end of the video. They look super cute, and I want to thank Dominic once again for his amazing work here. By the time this video will be published, I should have put together a little collection with all these assets I used here. This will include the networks, the vehicle, and maybe also some of the most crucial mods needed for a build like this. Right now on screen you can see me using these pre-built backyard assets. They are super handy and save a little bit of time with the detailing. And now we are working again on the tracks here. As you can see, I'm adding some nodes because I made quite a lot of quite sharp turns on this line here. So I needed the game to spawn more of these catenaries or the poles for the wires. Because if you have too much of a distance between the nodes and you have a sharp turn, the wire will hang not above the tracks anymore, because obviously they can't bend together with the track. But I have to say, I made maybe some of these turns a little bit too sharp. I don't think the tracks are really meant to be bent that much. So maybe you should just keep this in mind. Keep it as straight as possible, but I mean, obviously for this build here, a mountain railway, a cog railway has quite a lot of sharp turns because it needs to cope with the difficult terrains from a mountain. I also didn't use the normal poles from the railway pack. I replaced them with the LRT masts from the class networks, just to have another distinguishing factor from the normal railway stuff. But this is obviously up to you if you want to have even more workload with this type of build. But I knew I would need to make a lot of custom poles anyway, so I just thought, why not using a bit different poles anyway. And yeah, now we are moving to the middle station here, and I figured it would be nice to have just a very little village surrounding this station here to justify its location a bit better. But now, while we are doing that, let me talk about the giveaway. So I contacted Rigi Bahnen and asked them if they would be interested in sponsoring this episode. And they were so kind to send me 4 day passes for all the Rigi Bahnen. That includes not only the cograil, but also the 2 cable cars that are a different option to get on the mountain. Thank you so much again for this generous donation and the possibility to do this giveaway here. So I figured it would make most sense for 2 people being able to win 2 day passes, because I figured it's more fun to travel together by a friend or loved one, and so 2 people will be able to win 2 day passes, each worth around 75 Swiss francs. So what do you need to do to be able to win those 2 passes? First, obviously, you need to be subscribed to my channel here, like the video, and very important, comment with #giveaway in the comment section down below. I will write those instructions as well in the video descriptions if anything is unclear. Otherwise, feel free to ask me any questions about it, and you will have a little bit over 1 week time to write your comment down below if you're interested in this giveaway. And then I think the best option would be to pick a winner, obviously randomly, from the comment section. And I plan on doing this process in a live stream here on YouTube. This live stream should take place next week after this video is uploaded on Sunday, the 26th of December. And I will make a community post about the live stream, so you should not miss it. But in part 2 of this Rigi building episode, I will also disclose the 2 winners. And they should hit me up either on Twitter, Instagram, Discord, or via email, and the email address is visible in the About section of my YouTube channel. And yeah, I just hope everything works out. I'll need to verify the users somehow, but we will figure out the way. And yeah, just really excited for that. Fingers crossed everything works out. If for some reason the winners don't reach out to me, I will have to think about something else, maybe doing another giveaway. But yeah, let's hope it doesn't come to that. Alright, I wish you good luck and happy commenting. So yeah, for this little village here, I just recycled those timber houses from Titan, which I already used in the Old Town episodes. But I still kind of work here as a rural, mountainous village here, I guess. I spiced up the area with some silos and tried to make here a little cul-de-sac for maybe buses or just cars being able to turn around. Also placed a lot of these residential cubes, so the area will feel busier. But in the end, it's just a very small mountain village, nothing too special about it. We will build another one of those in the upper section in the next episode. But guys, that's already been it for today's episode. Thank you each and everyone for watching this episode and following this channel and this series for such a long time already. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. And again, a quick reminder, if you want to participate in the giveaway, subscribe to my channel, like the video, and write a comment down below with #giveaway. If you want to see more of Verville, check out my Instagram account. I post photorealistic screenshots over there. I have a Discord channel where we can exchange ideas and just chat a little bit together. Maybe help you out with some stuff or questions you might have. And I am really looking forward to see you next time, maybe on the live stream, or if not that, then just in the next episode of Verville. Take care, guys.